Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in Riverbend Springs. I'm still without a tractor, it's still being looked at. I will probably get some more information later on. The sawmill is still going through some products. I don't really need to deliver anything to the playground construction yet. I do have 5 going to 6 pallets of wood beams. And I also need to provide some more planks and long planks to this carpentry shed to keep it going. And I also need to go down and collect all the wood that I left previously, the branches and stuff like that. So yeah, this is the honey production going again. It's March, the bees have woken up, they started going out again. Look at them. Beautiful. And I really hope the grass is gonna regrow quickly and the flowers are gonna pop up for my bees to munch on. And I have also found a thing. I'll show you later on, but I found a thing on Etsy. That's the custom trinkets and gadgets and things kind of trading place. I'm gonna show you a bit later on, but right now I'm thinking I'm gonna use this beauty to go collect the wood. And I'm gonna take the trailer because this is really not wood transport friendly, at least not the branch transport friendly. But wood in pallets, that's completely fine. I also need to make sure that I put some fuel into this truck, since it is going... It is a bit low. I don't want to risk it all and end up without fuel on the road somewhere. So before I do anything else, I'm gonna go to the vehicle shop. There's a gas station over there. And I'm gonna load up with fuel. And then I'm gonna make a stop at the service station to ask about the Massey-Ferguson. How it's doing. If it's salvageable or what even is the problem. Alrighty then, let's fill her up. Yeah, the tractor is still there. Okay. So let's start pumping. It's probably gonna take some time. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention that I also received the notification from Mr. 10 Beers that the check for 28,000 that I paid for his new Mustang is being sent by mail. Right as I'm looking at the mail truck over there. Do you have my money? In any case, I will have to stop by my mailbox and collect it and then go cash it in to the bank. So yeah. You know, I never took notice that this gas station is actually named Gasket. Gasket. And they have $4 hot dogs. It's quite expensive. I'm used to cheaper hot dogs. They have strawberry, new flavor, soap, flour, what are you? Spring itself in a bottle. So you can buy a Spring for $30. Ah, beautiful. Jazz night. Saturday night. Scan and win. Win free fuel for half a year. Are you serious? Let me try and scan this. I really wonder. Will it work? Oh, I heard the gas station pump stop. Okay. Excuse me. Bumped the microphone. It doesn't want to read it, so I guess not. Let me go in and pay for the fuel, and then we'll continue on. Alright. Look at that, it's a full fuel tank. Just what I like. I think I can take a shortcut through here. And let's have a word with the mechanics over here. What's wrong with my Massey? Yeah, fingers crossed, everyone. So there is good news and there is bad news. Let me read it out for you, because I actually got it in writing. White exhaust smoke usually means the coolant is being burnt in the engine, which means that something is drastically wrong. Well, that's the bad side. The most common cause is a blown head gasket, which can quickly lead to overheating engine. Yeah. So, something is drastically wrong with the engine, and they say that they're probably gonna have to replace it, or at least refurbish it, since the coolant did actually leak inside. I wasn't paying attention when I was loading those logs up, because you know, from inside the cab, so from the inside you can't really see the exhaust stack nor the smoke that's coming out of it. And while I was facing backwards, you know, loading the logs, the engine kept running and it kept overheating. So the best case scenario, the head gasket is going to need replacing, the engine is going to need a thorough cleaning, and that's going to be it. The worst case, they will have to probably machine down pistons, because when engines overheat, and if there is, you know, the thing is like this, the coolant, let me just lean here while I speak about it, the coolant is, it destroys the oiling properties of oil. So that means that the engine is rubbing in on itself. You know, the pistons going up and down, they start rubbing on the sides, and this creates a huge amount of heat, which can make a few things. The first thing is that it can scratch up the cylinders and the pistons within, because the burning of diesel is not clean, and it actually produces a lot of soot. You know, what remains after a fire. I think it's called soot. And that starts creating scratch marks on the inside of the engine. And the other thing is, if the engine really overheats, it can deform. So it's the pistons are no longer cylinder shape, but they are more, how should I say, squishy, more elliptic. So if that's the case, the refurbishment job is gonna cost a fortune. I don't know, maybe, I'm not saying it is time, but maybe it's time to start thinking about getting a new tractor. I have enough money to do it. So I can maybe get something just a little bit bigger for hauling those wood chips and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Okay, enough of me rambling. Yeah, unfortunate. The good part is that I don't need the tractor right now, so I'm in no rush. But the bad part is that something is gonna have to be done about it. Now I really hope that nothing too bad is going on in the engine. Yeah, unfortunate. And just like that, out of the blue, you know, there was no prior indications that something is going on in the engine, that something is wrong. No beeps, no bops. There's another thing I wanted to quickly say. Just put the car off the road. I did get a comment from Ed Batty under one of the previous videos that these trees that look dead actually grow up completely fine. So they're just, I don't know, some kind of a stage or some kind of a disease, but the trees actually grow over it or through it. So as far as I'm concerned, we're gonna be fine, log-wise, or the tree-wise. There's not gonna be so many dead trees, or as many dead trees as I expected. So yeah, thank you Ed Batty for the comment. It really calmed my heart, let's say that. But yeah, it's... You know, when you don't have information about how things are and how things are gonna be, sometimes you just might panic about something that's completely normal. I remember when my father built a carport, you know, wooden carport. Nothing too major, but it was fresh wood, spruce wood, which is known for not being too sturdy. And since it was fresh, it started cracking a lot. You know, it started making all sorts of noises. And huge cracks appeared all along the whole length of the wooden beams. And my mother, so my father's wife at the moment, she panicked, you know. He thought the whole thing is gonna collapse and whatnot, but this is how you react if you don't know something and you judge by inexperience that something is bad, well actually it's completely normal, you know. And then I distinctly remember my father taking her all around the neighboring houses and showing her the wood on that supported roofs and different carports, and they all had these let's call them stretch marks, cracks all over them. And then she eventually calmed down, yeah, that everything's gonna be fine. But it goes to show, you know, it goes to show that when you don't have experience, when you don't have knowledge, you might think that something is wrong when actually nothing is wrong. So yeah, thanks again Ed Batty for the comment. Much appreciated. Okay. Few more branches. These are kinda long, but I think it's gonna be fine for the road. We're not going far. Even though I will go through the other entrance to my place, because I want to collect that check from the mail, or check the mail if the check is there. So let's go check the check. Okay, wow, this is not gonna fly. And good. Yeah, good. All straps on just to be safe. And let's go. So I don't know if this, in this county, is it forbidden to reverse on the main road or not? Because in some countries you are breaking the law if you're doing this. You know, reversing out with the trailer. You always have to come out vehicle first. But if there's no one to sue me or write me up, let's say it's okay. Would you look at that? The check from Mr. Tambiers was actually delivered in the mail. Beautiful. Thank you. I make sure to go cash it when I go near the bank. I'll probably wait until I get another order from the playground construction, and then I'm gonna stop at the bank when I'm finished delivering that. I think it's a good thing, you know, when you have neighbors and friends, even though me and Mr. Tambiers don't really know each other in person. But you know, it feels good to trust someone that you can simply pay. Or I paid 28 grand in advance for him, and he sent me the check in the mail, so isn't this nice? I think it's a very good thing. If the world would be like that, much would be much easier. Poke my head out. This should be clear enough. So let's check. We have 14,000 and let's say 400 liters. And now we have 17,600, so 14, we got 3,200 liters of wood out of those branches that would quite easily get discarded, you know. Quite easily. In any case, in preparation for the call from the come on, playground construction. This word eludes me constantly. I don't know why, but it does. Okay. Perfect. Well, see you when something else happens. Good. Here we are, hauling our first load for today. So if we brought 2 long planks with us, we're gonna need to deliver 10 more. And the rest of wood beams are again going to be delivered from another place. Sadly, but okay. So 20,707, and this we have to go and take it a bit more forward. So 20,032 plus 12 plus 13 actually is 45, let's say around 45 grand. And this is how the construction site looks like. I mean, whoever designed this is going to look epic from afar. It's like a ship has beached here and it, you know, became part of the scenery. Cool. In any case, I'll see you back with some more materials. I greet you back at my farm and the Etsy delivery was delivered. The order was delivered and here it is. It's a bee crossing sign. I know. It's hilarious and probably childish that I like it. But you know what? I think it looks perfect. And I got 2 of them. They were $10 each, so nothing much. The poles, I provided those myself. Had them lying around. So yeah, for anybody coming through, they will be notified that there are bee crossing. The bees. Okay, just for an intermezzo. I'm gonna go back and load the rest of the long planks, deliver them, and this is probably gonna be it for today. Let me just take a photo. Good, the photo shoot is done. Oh man, I hope you don't mind things like that, but I really like my place to be cozy and that it feels to be well lived in. And I think I'm managing this kind of vibe with this farm, this homestead quite well. So how do I want to do this? I'm probably gonna go 2 at a time. If you remember, I have to deliver 10 more pallets. So this is 2. 4 here and 6 on the back, and we're good. Ooh, that was close to the cab. Yeah, beautiful. I wonder what else they'll need for the playground construction besides the wooden products, you know, where they need roof shingles. Prefab walls, probably not. I'm just thinking aloud. But yeah, well, okay. I just got it too close. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Yeah, I'm just thinking about it, you know. If this really is gonna be a playground, what will it contain? Okay. And I should probably restart the long plank production. Because if this is gonna be anything similar to what the museum construction had, it took quite a lot of planks at the end. Right, so 2 more loads of 2, and we have our stack of 10 pallets. Okay, so let me just kind of center it. This and lift it up. Alright. Good enough. Oops, I overshot it just a bit. Just a tiny smidge. So let's center it again like this, and it should be perfect. All right. Well, what do you know? So let's put this beauty in the garage. The funny thing is that it still has a full battery. Whatever kind of battery is in this Jungheinrich, it's a good one. Would recommend 100%. Let's make it nice and safe. Gonna have to take it slow because this is quite top heavy, so I don't tip over the whole thing. But yeah, see you down there. Good, good, good. Okay, back at the place for the second time today. Let me see if I can get everything. No, I should move forward just a smidge. Turned off the truck too soon. Alright, let's get it on. So we got 881,000 and 16 for these and another 24 for this. So we are at $922,008. Very important $8. Good. I'll probably check the 10 beers check next time. I really feel like taking the camera down and just enjoying the afternoon, this beautiful spring afternoon. There is rain forecasted, so it should be a very good sitting on the porch, watching the rains go down and water the meadow so it sprouts beautiful flowers. In any case, thank you all for watching, hope you had fun, and we'll see you next time. Take care and goodbye.